You are watching Greener 65 and Grizzly.
Alright guys, welcome back to Stationeers, and here's Grizzly in front of us.
Howdy.
And I'm going to show Grizzly how to do a automated solar panels. That way, once you put them up and get them set, you never have to worry about them. They'll track the sun. And so first step, we need to put down some solar panels. So when you highlight them, make sure the data is on the small cable side, because after you get so many of these, if you use the small cable on the power side, it'll fry your power cable. So you'll want to have heavy duty cable on one side as soon as possible after you put up a few. So get the highlighted thing out there and make sure the data, the three little dots, is towards the solid red line. And you want the power towards the red and black line. And if you line them up, there you go. Yep, and just work your way back. Let me get out of your way. All right beside you there, stop. There's that's all the solar panels. There's a thing of glass. Pick that up, and then look at the first one. And once you put it in your hand, if you have to throw down some of them other solar panels, go ahead.
Okay.
And usually what I do the first one, and then I'll use my jetpack and fly up and land on top of it. That way you're not using up all your gas. So if you fly up there and land on top of it, and then you can walk across and do the rest of them.
Okay, and that doesn't damage?
Nope.
Cool.
I mean, the windstorm might damage them, but...
Yeah, but...
And since they did add the storms, I'm pretty sure it does damage these panels. So on a regular game, you would want to... I encapsulated mine with glass walls. All right.
Okay.
With your wrench, see the upper, right below the joint of the solar panel, there's a tilt. It says tilt upwards. Your wrench will allow you to tilt the solar panel. And then if you hit the one right below it, it tilts it back up. Now,
okay.
And then the bottom ones turn the solar panel. The bottom two, one on each side. You can't. It's hard to get to the other one, but there's one on each side. Now,
yeah, we'll do right and left. Okay.
Yeah, we'll only do the ones on the side. We'll have to set those up once we get the electric part, the logic circuits done. We'll come back up and adjust those. But once we get the other, it will automatically adjust the the tilt down and tilt up on its own. So I just wanted to show you that, because if you don't have the logic, you can set one of these up and manually use your wrench to turn the solar panel to follow the sun to get the most out of it. And I'm going to open it up here real fast and find what we need. Okay. We're going to need a kit logic I/O. We're going to need 2 of those. We're going to need 1 kit logic memory and kit logic processor. So we're going to need 2 kit logic I/O, 1 kit logic memory, and 1 kit logic processor.
Did you print it?
Not yet. I think I got one inside. I'm printing out that sensor because you are going to need that sensor.
And you got the area thing, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Now, that's the area power controller. So I need you to get the input output, the logic input output, the one we have 2 of.
Yeah.
And get it out in your hand, the 2 of them.
Yeah.
And what you want to do, let me bring something down in my hand. Can you see where that is? That is where you're going to want to put it. Let me get it back off. Ah, crap, I picked the wrong tool. And when you've got it up there, you want the power to face towards this middle square in this block. There's a power part and then there's data parts. So you want the power to face towards the square in the middle. When you get it up, you want it to say logic reader. And then after it says logic reader, then rotate it to the power, the same way you just had it.
Okay, so explain that one more time.
So when you got it up and you hit the right mouse and it shows the little green highlighted thing, you want to use your scroll wheel and scroll wheel until it says logic reader on that chip.
Okay, it does.
And then you
have
see
power in the center.
Yep. Logic writer, logic reader. So no, the power is the lightning bolt. So it needs to be like that. Okay.
Okay.
Now if you get the same one out and you want it to say batch writer and face the power towards this logic reader and put it over here on this side. On the right hand side of that block in the middle.
Batch slot reader?
Batch writer.
Okay.
There's a bunch of different ones, so. Okay. Now get out the one single one. And you want it to say math unit, and you're going to have it facing the correct way, looking, you're going to go straight down here in between the 2 and the bottom, looking up at that square. You want the power towards the square. So you should be reading it perfectly fine, so.
And it wouldn't be the memory, it would be the other one, right?
Yeah, the other one.
Okay. And where am I placing it?
Straight down at the very bottom, in between the 2, underneath the area power control.
And it needs to say math what?
Math unit.
Okay, and the power facing up?
Yep. So you should read it on the screen just like you normally would read something. That's unitary math unit. You want just math unit.
Okay.
And it is the correct orientation, so.
Yeah, slowly but surely I'm getting it.
Yeah, we'll get there. It's confusing as hell when you do this by yourself. For the first time.
So logic math?
Nope, just math unit. It should say logic math.
Okay.
I got one in my inventory. I just looked. That's what's screwing you up. You're looking for math unit. It says logic math. Okay.
All right.
So now use your jetpack and get out your memory and just place it right in between the two blocks long ways.
Up and down or side to side?
Side to side.
Okay.
And you can pretty much just place it however.
I need to say anything fancy or no?
Nope. Just memory or whatever it says on it.
Yep, memory. Okay.
It can be facing the correct orientation too.
Up and down, right?
Yeah.
Where you can actually read it. Okay.
Hold on. We want it up. Like right there.
Okay.
So now take your regular cable that you have, just the plain old red, and put it into the one end of that and face it around the corner. Use the corner piece. Well, it doesn't help the crappy internet being slow. Okay, so now you need your crowbar.
Okay. Got it.
Look at the APC, and then it should all highlight yellow, and hold it until it opens up. Okay, now this is where you would put a battery in there, and you got a battery laying off on the ground next to you on the right. Put it up there in the hole.
Yep.
Flip the little lever over. Okay, now use your crowbar and look at the very outside edge of the frame and close her up. All right, now you need to use your jetpack and take that other cable where you put the daylight sensor and run it all the way up and connect it into that other one. So you're going to probably need your wire cutters in one hand and your cable in the other.
And now I have to do a curved one so that way it'll work, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And you probably, well, you'll get it somehow. Just try to get it to line up with the rest of the cables. Oh, and that's the other thing I should mention to everybody is this setup needs to be facing towards the way the sun rises. And I already knew the sun rose over here. That's why I had this spot picked out for this. So there's the sun going up, and it's going to go all the way up and over. All right, you're connected in with that? A good deal. Come down here. You're done with the wire and the wire cutters, so put them up.
Okay.
And then you need that labeler. What you're going to do is come right up to this memory, look at one of those big nuts, turn on your labeler, and when you get it, click the button. It should pop up a screen that allows you to enter a value.
Okay.
You want to put in 1.8.
1.8. Okay, confirm.
Yep.
Okay.
And then shut off the labeler and throw it back down on the ground so I can pick it back up. Now we got to go back up top, and you need your screwdriver. So back up to that stuff up there.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to get out the labeler real quick and show them. Okay, he put in 1.8. That's what you want to put in and confirm. Now we're going to start out with the logic reader, the one underneath the daylight sensor.
Yep.
You want to go to the end screw or bolt.
Okay, so in or variable.
In.
Okay.
And you want to keep clicking it until it says daylight sensor.
Okay, it says daylight sensor right now.
Okay, now go down to the bottom one.
Okay.
And you want it to say solar angle.
Yep, got it.
Okay, now go to the number 1 screw on the math unit, which would be the left-hand bolt. And you want it to say logic reader.
Okay, where am I at?
The math unit.
Okay. And a left-hand bolt, you said?
Yep, the number 1 bolt should say
Okay.
logic reader. Okay,
Yep.
go to the bottom middle one. You want it to divide. And then go to number 2. And then you want it to say logic memory.
Yep.
Okay, now, let's see if I remember this one. You want the N at the bottom to say logic math. Math. Yep. All right.
Yep.
And then the output, I'm pretty sure, is solar panels or something.
Where it says out type or out variable?
Out type.
Okay.
Should be solar panel.
Solar panel.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the out variable, I think, is vertical. All right, now go back to the logic reader. See the little red button?
Yeah.
Push it. Go to the math unit, do the same thing, and go to the batch writer and do the same thing. Turn all 3 of them on.
Okay.
Okay. Guess what? We only have one more step left, and you need your wrench.
Okay.
And jump off the side, and I'll help you do this part. Because this can be daunting.
Jump off, okay.
And then use your jetpack. Oh, I'm not used to this jetpack. And you want to go to the left side of the solar panel and do that bottom pad and do negative 90 degrees.
Okay.
Not that you did it
Oh,
wrong, just to show.
yeah, I did one wrong because I didn't know you already did it.
Oops.
Okay, put back.
All right, so underneath the daylight sensor, we got the logic reader. We want that to say daylight sensor. In the N, the variable is going to say solar angle. And then we go down to the math unit, and that is going to be the logic reader because we're getting logic from that. It's coming in the math. The out is going to be divide, and then logic memory because it's taking that 1.8 that we put in the memory, and it's going to come around here to the batch writer, and the N is going to be the logic math, which that's whatever that converted. That out variable is going to be vertical because the sun, the panels are going to go up and over, so it's vertical. And then the last one's going to be solar panel, and that's what it's putting it out to, is the solar panel. So now the battery is going to keep that moving and this circuit charged. So after night, even if the battery on your base runs out, as long as your battery's still good in there, it will rotate all the solar panels for you and then start charging again. And guys, thanks for joining us on this quick little solar tutorial.